Welcome back to Footballology. So I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that Byron Murphy is this year's best interior defensive lineman with his ability to defeat double teams, get to the quarterback either with speed or power, and pretty much defeat any man in front of him. It gives him that ability to be that top 10 or top 15 pick. And he's drawing comparisons to Ed Oliver. I think on his combine comparisons that had him compared to Ed Oliver. They had I've even seen some Aaron Donald comparisons out there, but you could definitely see his ability to burst and get through the offensive line and really get after the quarterback and also be effective in the run game. But this video is not about Byron Murphy. I think Byron Murphy is an excellent prospect. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. And I'm not going to knock on him at all in this video because I definitely feel like if he goes in that top 10 or that top 15 pick, it's it's going to be amazing. But this video is more about this guy right here, Devin Adams. Now, Devin Adams went to the NFL scouting. I guess it's not the NFL scouting combine, but it's another type of combine for other prospects to get their name out there, to get their numbers out there, to really show some teams that they can actually play at the next level. And I thought it was impressive. When we look at Devin Adams' numbers compared to Byron Murphy's numbers, they're almost identical. So you can see height and weight. We're talking about 6 foot, 286. And we come over to Byron Murphy, 6 foot, 297. So Byron Murphy is slightly bigger. And so that makes it a slightly more impressive what he's able to do at that size. He's almost 300 pounds. His playing weight's probably around 310, 300. So it's like this man is just that much more impressive. And then we come over here to Devin Adams. We see his vert is 30 inches. He jumped 9'4" in the broad. And then you come over here looking at Byron Murphy. He had a 33-inch vert and a 9'3" broad. So it's like right there, their numbers are starting to match up really, really similar. And then we come over here to Devin Adams, looking at his 40-yard dash and his 10 split. 40-yard is a 4.8, and his 10 split is a 1.6. And we come over here, look at Byron Murphy's, a 4.8 with a 1.69 10 split. And so it's like, oh, snap. Like these are almost similar just by the numbers, if you will. These are almost similar players. And then the bench is about the bench is actually the same too. 28 on the bench for Byron Murphy, and then 28 on the bench for where is it? Oh, right there. 28 on the bench for Mr. Devin Adams. And so when we start to break down these two defensive tackles, it's like, oh, these guys by the numbers are very similar prospects and both size, speed, and stature, like and just power. And I really do believe they're similar prospects. And this video, like I said, is more about Devin Adams and what he's done and where he's played at. Now, he went to the University of Peru. I think that's how you would say it. And you look at his stats. Look what he's did over 3 years of being there. He has 20 total sacks, which I think is really impressive. His TFLs is, I mean, really that's kind of what we want to look at because sometimes you're not going to be able to get the quarterback, but them TFLs, and then obviously you get to Pro Football Focus, you look at quarterback pressures and things of that nature, and then that really kind of take things to the next level. But you look at his TFLs and you look at his sacks, very productive. Now it's always about the level of competition that he played. Granted, at Peru, he's not playing, the top 10, top 15 schools in the nation or anything like that, but he's playing his opponents, like, you know what I mean, like he dominates his opponents just like Byron Murphy dominates his opponents. And so we come over here and look at Byron Murphy's numbers over the last 3 years as well, and you see Byron Murphy's TFLs are not that crazy, sacks are not that crazy, but this doesn't take anything from him because once again it's just the level of competition, right? Because I'm pretty sure if we took Byron Murphy and put him in Peru, he'd probably pop off just like Devin Adams popped off. But like I said, not a knock on Byron Murphy. I just think that it's really kind of crazy and impressive what this man was able to do. Granted, the level of competition, he still went off and really he put up the same statistical, I guess, attribute numbers, if you want to call it that, with the combine. And his numbers are just as crazy stat wise, in my opinion. And then what's even more impressive when I was doing research on this man, this right here, punts. This man was punting at Peru and punting really well too. Now it wasn't nothing like he's going to be the starting punter for any respective team, but sometimes kickers or punters get hurt and you need that reserve or that backup. I think we've seen Jeff Heath took a couple of punts for Dallas at 1 year because the punter got hurt, and so it's like this guy has versatility. And there was a couple of plays where he even ran the ball like he's an athlete, like genuinely athlete. And I'm gonna put everything that I have on him in the description box below, so you guys definitely go check out and tell me what you think. But when it comes to Devin Adams, like I said, I think this man has the ability. If we feel like Byron Murphy is the top 10, top 15 pick in this year's class, I think Devin Adams, at worst case scenario, is a worth taking a flyer on in the 5th to the 7th round on that third day. Or if anything, I guess worst case scenario, taking an undrafted free agent or making him a priority undrafted free agent, because I feel like he has that ability. Now, the comparisons that a lot of these guys are drawn to, like I said, Byron Murphy's drawing comparisons to like Ed Oliver, and I even seen Aaron Donald. But the first guy that came to my mind, and I think the floor would be Geno Atkins. And so we come over here and look at Geno Atkins, and once again, Geno Atkins' numbers are his combine numbers are not that far off of a Byron Murphy or of a Devin Adams. Like their numbers are very similar. You look at their bench, you look at the broad, you look at the vert, 10 split, 40-yard dash. I mean, almost exactly the same. And Geno was a 4th round pick, and you come over here look at his stats, played a lot of good years for Cincinnati. A lot of good years, a couple of double-digit sack years in there, 75 total career sacks. Like Geno Atkins was a baller. Don't get it twisted. Like he wasn't a slouch. Now I think everybody wants to reach for the moon and look at a guy like Aaron Donald, but every year I try to compare somebody to Aaron Donald, and I come over here and I look up Aaron Donald's combine report, and I'm just like, yeah, this man broken. Like it just proves to you how much more Aaron Donald is broken every year when you see numbers like this. His 40-yard dash at that size, his 10 split at that size, and his vert and broad are very similar, but I think over the years he's gotten stronger and faster, which is kind of crazy to say. And his bench wasn't that far off. And Aaron Donald was just as dominant as a lot of other players in college, and came out and just continued that dominance throughout his career. I can't even talk today. So, long story short, all it comes down to Devin Adams. Put him on your radar. Watch out for him. Hopefully, that your team, needing like my team, probably going to need an interior defense lineman this year. Take a flyer on this guy because, like I said, looking at his combine numbers or his numbers, and these are official numbers. The NFL scouting, it's not the NFL scouting combine because that's the regular one. It's like the some kind of combine, scouting combine or something. I can think of the name of it, but I'm putting it in the description box and give them their credit. But their numbers are just as official as the scouting combine that we all watch on NFL Network. They have laser times, they have measurements there, they have official guys there, they have scouts there. So put this guy on your radar, Devin Adams, and just let me know what you think. Like I said, I'll put everything I got on him. I'm gonna put everything that I have on him in the description box below, so that way you guys can go take a look at him for yourself and just let me know what you think and if you want your team to get him. And that's all I have for you guys today, football fans. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, because this man Devin Adams, if he doesn't go to NFL, he's gonna go to the UFL. I can't even talk, and he's gonna be dominant there. And then eventually, I think personally, if he perseveres and he stays to it, we'll be in the NFL one day, somehow, some way, because this man is crazy. Like just watch the tape. But that's all I have for you guys today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. And if you're not a footballologist yet, I don't know what you're waiting on. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button today and become a footballologist. And stay safe, football fans.